Jill Monroe, EUR Web. Hi, Jay. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome.
So, Lil Murda,
Yeah.
talk to me a little bit about him and this character and what drew you to the role.
Oh man, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. We really appreciate you. Little Murder, I've been saying all day, he's a everyman. He's the guy who's trying to put the puzzle together and find his way through life and figure out who he is and find his sound and accomplish every goal and dream that he sees for himself having and by any means necessary. So I feel like he is a very complex guy. I feel like what you see on the surface is not exactly what you're going to get as you go a little deeper. So I'm grateful to be able to share his story and so grateful to Katori and Starz.
So, strip club culture over the past few years has become really big. What was your first experience like with the strip club?
Oh man, years ago, my 18th birthday, I went to a strip club called Sugar Bears in Greensboro, North Carolina. It was up the street from my house, and I went by myself. That was my first time ever going to the strip club. I said, "Listen, I'm 18. I'm going to the strip club." And I think I may have had like $20 to spend. And so I was definitely getting the side eye all night because I had this little thin thing of money in my hand. But that was my first experience, and I immediately thought it was dope. I thought the environment was cool. I didn't know that they sold food at strip clubs, so I thought that was really cool. So growing up in the South, it was always a really cool thing. And from my experience, the women in the South or the strip clubs that I went to, the women were always admired and the women were always looked at in ways where you looked at the beauty and it wasn't like something raunchy or coming in there just to do crazy stuff. I think people came in there to actually celebrate life and celebrate accomplishments and celebrate these women as well. And then when I got to Atlanta and working on, well, I went to strip club in Atlanta prior to working on PValley, but then that's when you learned that strip club culture was even larger some places and that it's a more athleticism involved and that these women are athletes and gymnasts, when they're doing their jobs. And so I gained a lot more respect for it, not only by visiting Atlanta, but working on PValley as well.
So that was my next question. Did you learn anything about strip club culture? And you did.
Yeah.
So, what were some things that you thought that maybe you took into the role that once you filmed this series, you sort of changed your mind about?
Um, I don't. I think I was always open to learning about new things, and always I grew up with my mother, black strong woman, my sister, strong black woman. So I always valued the strength in black women. I think what P Valley did was gave me a different perspective on that, how to see it from a female's gaze, how to see that, in my opinion, women are 10 times, multiple times mentally and physically stronger than men. I know a lot of men think that you got these guys who muscle out, but I only know one or two guys that can do the flag position on the pole and stuff like that. I saw multiple women do this multiple times. And also in the storytelling of it, having babies and having to mother and care of their babies and take care of families, and it's just things that women can do that men cannot even fathom. That my sister had a baby while I was shooting PValley. And although I have my own son, it affected me differently to see my sister grow and have her baby and just the things that she had to overcome in order to produce that. So I think PValley broadened my perspective on just how amazing and how powerful women are, but more specifically Black women.
That's amazing. So, talk to me a little bit about Lil Murda's journey through um, through the early parts of PValley, like his story arc and what we are going to see and learn about him.
Yeah, for sure. Well, without getting in any trouble, if that was
Right.
hard, I feel like what you see Little Murder go through early on in the season, I think it's there. You see it. We're able to see his storytelling very clear. We're able to see what he wants very clear, and I think as we continue to go through the season, you'll have a lot of surprises that come with that. But you know, Lil Murda, as complex as he is, he's also very confident. You know, and he's also kind of just right there in your face with what it is that he wants. And yeah, yeah, I think that's all I can say.
Okay. So the last piece of work that maybe most of the audience might have seen you in was Self-Made, which is also another journey from a woman's perspective and female empowerment and such. Can you talk to me a little bit about what it was like going from one version of that to another and what connecting threads you made?
Oh man, you know, I actually literally went from finishing PValley to self-made like that next week.
Oh wow.
And so it was amazing going from this uh lit, you know, to use one of the cultures, one of my favorite words, that's one of my favorite, this lit ass set, right? To now going to self-made, which was like an older generation of filmmakers, but who still valued the Black experience and who still, it just connected. It was like just another piece of it. And you know, I went back in time with self-made, obviously, but learning how to value the woman's hustle, the entrepreneur spirit, it was still there. That's the amazing thing about it. We're in 1910 with her, and then here we are in the 2000s with these women who are still pushing their ways forward to make their voices heard, to be seen as equals. You know, it connected in an amazing way, and then to have worked with Casey Lemons and Demaine Davis, women or who were already setting the platform a long time ago, now setting the bar even more higher. It was great. It really was. It was a great experience.
Was there any difference for you working with female directors as opposed to working with male directors? Do you notice any difference in how they work or how they guide you?
Yeah, it's a huge difference. You know, no offense to my male directors out there, but the women are just better. They're better at the timing. They're better at the vision of it. Men, and I'm learning this within my own relationship. You know, my fiance, we just happen to let things slip sometimes. We happen to not see the full picture, and that's just um, I think it's just, you know, the way the universe is. And so what I've learned is that the attention to detail is different. Um, the woman's gaze is, especially when looking upon other women, I think just has a different art to it, you know. And so I've worked on projects with men shooting stuff in the strip club, and you notice a lot of zooming in, and maybe it's just only certain parts. And now doing it with women, how they can capture things, even if they are kind of, it's just totally different. And I'm grateful to have both experiences. But yeah, if I was to be honest, I would say working with women on all 8 episodes, it was seamless. We didn't have a lot of issues. Some of the issues that I came in with men, that sometimes ego may get involved or all types of things. So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So, last question, sort of wrapping up. What's the best song to turn up to in the strip club?
Well, it's gonna be a Lil Murda song soon once y'all hear him. But right now, let me see, man. I don't know. I don't. I can't think of a strip. I will. I'm from North Carolina, so shout out to the baby. I think he has a lot of tracks that you could probably turn up to in the strip club right now. So yeah.
Oh, that's something. One good point. Did you record the tracks for Little Murder? Is that you on them rapping or?
Yeah, that's me. That's my voice. Anything you hear from the ad libs to the lyrics, that's me. But I can't tell. I did not write the songs. And so I'm sure we will find out more about that later. But yeah, that's me. That's me rapping. That's Lil Murda.
Okay, so you brought it all. You got the whole thing.
Oh yeah, we got it. I'm excited for y'all to hear that part too.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. Much success. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jill.